Hey guys, welcome back to Glam Finds, and this is just going to be a quick video because I thought it'd be kind of an interesting idea because I've been posting some of this stuff on Instagram lately, but it's just a video of fragrances that I have backup bottles of. Now, either it's because they were discontinued or because I really love them and I use them a lot, which that's actually only like a few of them, or both. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start off with this one. I'm getting close to the end of my bottle, and you know when you smell something and you're like, oh, why don't I wear this more? Arm Off Club de Nuit Milestone. Now, if these are still available, I'll link them down below. For the most part, I don't know that a lot of them are going to be available. That one is. I just really like wearing that in high heat, and it smells really good and it pulls compliments. But more than that, it's insanely inexpensive a lot of the time. So I got that one for maybe $32 at Aura. I'll link it down below if it's still there. If not, they restock. I actually think pretty frequently of that one, but it's one of my favorites to pull on a summer day. I think it's fairly unique. I mean, although it is a dupe of Millesime Imperial, but who in the real world that's not a frag head is really wearing that one? So next. All right, so I have three from this line. I have them for different reasons. The first one I have because it's discontinued and I wanted to make sure if I ever needed another one, or if I decided I don't want to keep it and I want to sell it way down the line, maybe I'll have it, from Yves Saint Laurent. It's L'Homme Ultime. Now, for a fresh fragrance, I actually do think that this is pretty unique. That's why I really liked it. And that's why I decided that when it was on sale, I heard it was getting discontinued. I went ahead and bought a couple of bottles for pretty inexpensive. I think I have 3 backup bottles of this. So one 100 ml, maybe 2 or 3 60 mils, because it was on sale, so why not? And then let's do the next one. It's Yves Saint Laurent La Nuit de l'Homme Bleu Electrique. So when this came out, Macy's had a sale and they were like $35 or something ridiculous like that. Well, I bought 2 because I thought, why not buy 2? And because they're only 60 mils, so that'll end up being at least over 100 mil. I prefer having that much of a fragrance just in case I like it. If not, I can flip it. I had it for such a short time before the word that it got discontinued came out. And I was like, cool, looks like I'm keeping this one. So I don't think Bleu Electrique is groundbreaking by any means, but it's a really easy to reach for Swiss Army knife fragrance because it's got the La Nuit de l'Homme charm, but it's a little bit different. So I thought, hey, I got pretty lucky. I'm gonna go ahead and keep this one. Now the third one in this line is probably one of my #1 compliment getters. I ended up having to buy this. A subscriber commented on my video of this one saying he didn't really like it, and if I wanted to buy it from him, he would sell it to me, from Yves Saint Laurent again, the La Nuit de l'Homme Eau Electrique. It gets a lot of hate, but this one performs really well, and the compliments I get with this one are honestly unmatched. I think I have 2 or 3 others in my collection that get this many compliments. It is really insane. I can't wear this without getting compliments pretty much anywhere I go. Even work, they don't typically compliment me there, but this is just one. They smell it and it's just instant. I will also say this. I have some that I'm going to get backup bottles of soon. Duo 2020 is not in this list because I didn't find it for inexpensive yet. It was really cheap and then I missed my opportunity to buy it because stuff sells out. That's one that I'm definitely going to get a backup of soon. So is Silver Mountain Water, because I reach for that a lot more than you guys think. That and another one, which I'll talk about in a second. Next. All right, so when I got this fragrance, I got it as it was getting discontinued. So when it sold out and it came back, I said, I really like this one. Let me get a second bottle because it's a really easy to reach for and nice summer fragrance from Guerlain. It's Guerlain L'Eau Medial Cologne. All of these I've already done videos of, by the way, so I'm not going to really talk about them, but this one is really nice, and it is a really unisex summer fragrance. I mean, how many citrusy fragrances have almond in them that you can think of right off the top of your head? This one is honestly a banger, and it does really well in high heat, so it's kind of a little bit more class to the summer citrusy fragrance, and I really like it. I try not to use it as much, even though I have a bottle. My other 100 ml is already 50 ml down, so I try to use it a little bit more sparingly, but the quality is really, I mean, it's Girl On. I'm glad I picked up a backup bottle. I got this bottle for cheap. It was like maybe $35 when I picked it up. My first 100 ml was actually cheaper than that, but I got really lucky. I found this, I bought it immediately, and here we are. Next. So this one I thought was getting discontinued, but they didn't. It is being made by somebody else now. I love this fragrance. If you've watched my, this was a blind buy for me, by the way, but if you've watched my videos, I really love this fragrance. I don't use it as much because I am not sure if the new version is the same, but from Valentino, it's Valentino Uomo Intense. Now I have two 50 mLs of this. I have a 50 ml and 100 ml of Valentino Uomo, but I prefer the intense version because it's more lipsticky, and the regular Uomo leans a touch to the gourmand side, and I'm not the biggest fan. I don't hate it at all, but I don't love it nearly as much as I love my Valentino Uomo Intense. I don't typically reach for it if it's not fall or winter, but if they changed it, and I think oftentimes they do. This is the Pugue version, if I'm not mistaken, and now they're, I'm sure you guys already know, they're sold by L'Oreal now. So I was a little concerned because they do reformulate a lot of things once they're under that name. So I thought, let me just go ahead and buy another bottle, and now I have it, and I feel really good about having this version, just in case. We don't know, even if they haven't reformulated yet, we don't know that they're not going to. Next. Okay, I got another house that I have two from. One is one of my favorite fragrances from John Varvatos. It's gonna be John Varvatos Vintage. I tend to reach for this one a lot, so when I saw it for maybe $35 recently for a 4.2 ounce, I just went ahead and scooped it up. It's not discontinued or anything like that, but everything John Varvatos comes and goes, everything. And I didn't want to be without a bottle just because it's just really easy to reach for, and it smells really good. I could pull it off year round, although I do gravitate towards it more fall, winter time. But it smells incredible, and it's a huge compliment getter, and I feel like it performs better than most of my other Varvatos, which is very interesting. Speaking of other Varvatos, the other one that I have from the House of Varvatos, I found this at a rack store, which I never find anything, but it's John Varvatos Dark Rebel. When I got my first bottle of Dark Rebel, I did not care for it. I thought it was too leathery, but after time, when my nose started to kind of change, I started to love it. So when it got discontinued and I found it at like a TJ Maxx maybe, I immediately scooped it up, and I thought, you know, it's nice to have. It's not a huge performer, but for the $25 I think I paid for it, I'm not mad. Next. So this one looks like it's a partial. I bought a new bottle, but I heard some rattling around the box, so I opened it, made sure everything was okay, gave it a spray to make sure the atomizer was fine. It is one of my favorite fragrances again, and it was one of my first probably handful of fragrances when I got in the game. It's from Paco Rabanne. It's 1 Million Lucky. Aura Fragrances recently had this, and it was not expensive. It was about the same price that it was typically going for. Brand new box, everything. Obviously, I picked up another bottle because my 1 Million Lucky does have a pretty big dent in it. That was one that I reached for a lot at the beginning of my fragrance game. And if you've smelled it, you understand why. It is a really nice, easy to wear fragrance. Yes, it's sweet, but it has this freshness in it that makes it really wearable. I reviewed it. You can check out that review. If you need me to re-review any of these, because some of these reviews are really old, let me know. Next. All right, so this one is really easy. It's my favorite fragrance of all times. It's probably gonna stay like that for a really long time. From Parfums Michelaf. It's Desire Toxic. Aura Fragrance restocked this one really recently, and it was insanely inexpensive. If it's still there, I'll link it down below. I love this fragrance. I get compliments whenever I wear this fragrance. It performs without being too loud. It pulls people closer. It's clean. It's got enough sweetness. For me, this is a really well-balanced fragrance, and I think it's gonna be really hard for this to not be in my top 10 at any point in my life because I really love it that much. I do need to discover more from the house, but I just love this one so much that it kind of takes attention away from everything else. If you feel like there's something else that I should have added on this list, comment down below. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to like this video. If you liked it, be subscribed to my channel. Hit that notification bell to get notified when I drop another video, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye!